Hi, Sunil, Dr. Sunil. Today we are going to talk about relationships, how to manage them. And in today's discussion, our focus is more on the fractured relationships. The relationships which has been fractured, broken, cracked, not because of the one person, maybe because of both the persons. ये जो संबंधों के धागे हैं बड़े कमज़ोर होते हैं. ये जो संबंधों के धागे हैं बड़े कमज़ोर होते हैं. संभालना चाहिए इनको. टूटते हैं, जुड़ भी जाते हैं, पर वो जो गांठ होती है ना, वो ज़िंदगी भर नज़र आती है. So in a happy mode we start about the relationship is a rainbow between two hearts. दो दिलों का राब्ता है. 7 colors of feelings, love, sadness, happiness, truth, faith, secret and respect. And surprisingly, these colors mingle so well. रिश्तों में थोड़ा सा रफू तो करके देखिए जनाब. रिश्तों में थोड़ा सा रफू करके तो देखिए जनाब. नया नया सा लगेगा उतड़ा तसव्वुर. नई नई सी ज़िंदगी. Let's discuss about the strategies to build good working relationship with your colleagues, friends, and in the family and the social media too. Social media, friends, and the organizations and the team, these are the 4 words, gentlemen, I will speak simultaneously, interchangeably. First and the foremost important thing is that we must learn the develop our people skill. I remember in the classroom situation I used to call, let us learn to understand the human process, how people operates, how we relate to the people, how we make efforts to understand the people, and like in our last video, try to understand the hidden part of their personality. You don't have to make so many efforts while you communicate. People on your own keep on disclosing their hidden self. But there is one condition, they only open up that areas which make them very comfortable. दिलों में घोंसले बनाना सीखिए. दिलों में घोंसले बनाना सीखें जनाब. गरूर तो सब करते हैं. मन में जो है खुल के बता दो. मन में है जो खुल के बता दो. देर ना करो. Identify your relationship needs. It's very important to understand when two people connect, whether within the organization or at the social platform. We all have our needs. The fundamental question is, the person who's developing the relationship, are we making efforts to understand his or her needs? Does he or she understand your needs? This mutuality of understanding brings proximity in the long run. बस यूं ही हमारा भी किस्सा बन गया. बस यूं ही हमारा भी किस्सा बन गया. पता भी ना चला और तू मेरा हिस्सा बन गया. Let us learn the art and the science of scheduling time to build relationship. Relationships are not built over time. It takes years and years. And many a time I jokingly used to say, it takes 1,000 years to build the trust. And it takes 1 minute to crack and damage the relationship. Next point is, let us learn the art of the emotional intelligence. People say this emotional intelligence subject is imported from America. But it is very surprising that we have been practicing emotional intelligence in India. When we connect with the people, when we express our compassion and love, when we communicate with the people, when we listen to the people, and when we improve our connections, we improve our emotional intelligence. It's very important in relationship. Let's learn to appreciate others. We all have our accolades, we all have our achievements. Please try to understand what achievements are there in your partner. What are the accolades? What are those special skills and the competencies which you see in the other? Let's take a bit of time to tell the other person that you are so good in it. Telling is very important in relationship. Keeping quiet many a time. Camouflage your feelings, and emotionality cannot be expressed in silence. बात करनी पड़ती है, कहना पड़ता है, समझाना पड़ता है कि प्यार करते हैं तुमसे, मोहब्बत करते हैं तुमसे, फील करते हैं, एहसास करते हैं तुमसे. These things help in connecting the relationship. And these kind of the feelings are very important when you are dealing within the team, within the organization. It's very surprising that within the team we know people very well. But what are our relationship with the cross-hierarchical team? What are our relationship with the teams of the other department? We must spend time with the people, which my experience, classroom experience shows that the people are not spending time with the people. I asked a person what exactly you do when you come to the organization. And perhaps he was in a joking mood. He said, I come and go, and in between I enjoy my lunch and do a bit for the company. No, it's not like that. We work for the organization and we are committed. Next point is positivity in your attitude and positivity in your behavior. Not in behavior, positivity in your actions also. The more positive you are, the more positivity you attract from the team members or for the other person. तेरी चाहत के धागे भी इस कदर पक्के निकले. तेरी चाहत के धागे भी इस कदर पक्के निकले. तू साथ भी नहीं, और देखना हम आज भी अकेले नहीं. Manage to learn your boundaries. Two people, whether in the social setup or even in the organization, we all set up and demarcate our boundaries. In fact, we have our own constituencies and we provide the limit and access to those people, how far they can go. So when you learn to respect the boundaries of the other people, there are less chances to damage the relationships. Avoid gossiping. This gossip is one of the biggest danger in assassinating, killing any relationship in the world. Stop believing the people who gossip around you. Just remember one thing. People who tell you something about somebody are the same people who are exposing you in front of somebody else too. Empathetic listening is very important in maintaining and developing relationships. People sometimes don't understand what is exactly the empathetic listening. It's very simple, to feel it, what are going to be your feeling if the same thing is addressed to you. आपको भी ऐसा ही कहा जाए तो आपको कैसा लगेगा? दूसरे के शूज़ में, जूते में खड़े होकर जब हम सोचते हैं कि मुझे अच्छा लगेगा या बुरा लगेगा, then decide your own strategy whether to say or not to say. Most of the time, I tell that listening is more important than the communication itself. Although communication is rated as one of the finest, number one skill in the world, it is decades now I've been watching managers, vice presidents, general managers, people who have the excellent communication skills. They carry it and rush to the ladder of hierarchy and the success very fast. एहसास होता है अपनों को जब पास होते हैं, एहसास होता है अपनों का जब वो बहुत पास होते हैं, बहुत याद आती है उनकी जब वो दूरियां बना लेते हैं. Healthy relationships can provide us with support, affection, excitement and love. However, when relationships go wrong, they can be a source of stress, distress and sorrow. And if not handled properly, maybe depression. फूलों की तरह सहेज के संभालो रिश्तों नातों को. फूलों की तरह सहेज के संभालो रिश्तों नातों को. सौदा मोहब्बत का है, कभी कभी उल्टा भी पड़ता है. Human relationships are definitely complex and problems can manifest from many different sources. Many times, in our subconscious mind, we carry the slot, rubbish and trash of our previous past relationship. It has been observed that the people who had a difficult relationship in the past, they invariably have the problem in managing and sustaining the relationship in the present. मेरी छोटी सी दुनिया, चंद लोग, फिर भी गुजारा बहुत था. मेरी छोटी सी दुनिया, चंद लोग, फिर भी गुजारा बहुत था. तू तो बस झूठी ही झूठी थी. तू तो बस झूठी ही झूठी थी, फिर भी तेरा सहारा बहुत था. Which makes us less able to trust others. So many a time this past relationship, we have to get rid of them if we are entering into the new relationship. Many times there are pressure from others to begin and end the relationship. So my suggestion and the feeling is take your own decision, because you are not there to accept the decision of the people as far as your own relationships are concerned. My feeling is that a hype is created in media and a lot of other social platforms, what kind of the relationship we have. But it all depends upon the people, what kind of the systems they have, what kind of the feeling they have, what kind of the relationship they are planning. Let us discuss few strategies in developing successful relationship. Following characteristics are helpful in nurturing successful relationship within the family relationships, friendships, social relationship, teams and the partnership. And the first of the most point, which I have been always emphasizing in the classroom team building situations also, an acceptance that we all are different. Beautiful lines. Embracing differences within a relationship rather than attempting to change the other person to be the same as yourself. We must accept that we are all the special edition created by the God. We all have our own set of skills and competencies. We all have our strength areas. And within two people, it's very important to respect the individuality of the person in such a way so as the other person feel comfortable and carry on with his own personalities. Next point is we all have capacities. Understanding others cannot meet all our needs, although we may aspire for the same time. Many a time we get stuck up in the present mode, avoiding focusing repeatedly on the past grievances or basing a relationship on the hope of the future improvements. Let us look at the future also. There may be certain problem in the present at the moment, but effort must be made in such a way so that tomorrow is better than today. लबों की मुस्कुराहट छीन कर खुश रहने की बात करते हो। मेरे लबों से मुस्कुराहट छीन कर खुश रहने की बात करते हो। थोड़ी सी शर्म तो करो यार, ये कैसी बात करते हो। Learn to respect the individual traits. Adapting a relationship to respect each other's autonomy and right to choose his or her own personal path in the life. We must provide the freedom to the other person to decide his own destiny, his own future, and learn to respect, because each one of us have a special set of traits which are not managed or matching between the two people. A very important point, maybe bit seems to be controversial, your abilities to skills to negotiate. Two people in a relationship invariably go in for the bargaining also. It may sound weird, but the fact is, even couples, husband and wife, relationship or within the team member, we do a lot of compromises, we do a lot of bargainings, and as a matter of fact, we do a lot of give and take. And ultimate objective should be finally to come out in a win-win situation. Create an aura of positivity, sharing kindness and thoughtfulness within a family relationship or friendship, for a couple, even sharing sexual intimacy. मैं तो रुक भी जाता, तू बोलती तो सही, थाम लेती कलाई एक बार। मैं तो रुक भी जाता, तू बोलती तो सही, थाम लेती कलाई एक बार। प्यार सच्चा करने वाले इस तरह तो बुलाते नहीं। पकड़ा तो था, आप ही छुड़ा के निकल गए। पकड़ा तो था हाथ आपका, आप ही छुड़ा के निकल गए। कहाँ जा पाए? आज भी पल पल हर पल अपनी परी के साथ रहते हो। Let us discuss certain common misconceptions which primarily become the reason for fracturing and the damaging relationships. Two common misconceptions that hinder the development of a successful relationships are: number one, believing relationships that need working at are not worth having. Many times, a thought must be given whether this relationship should exist or not. Believing the other person in the relationship know about you and how do you feel. It's very important, in the relationship to make constant efforts by various means of communication, by messages, how the one person feel about the other person. In fact, a healthy relationship requires work and adaptation through a shared responsibility for all well-being. Changes made through honest and the open communication encourage the expression of feeling and the avoidance of misunderstanding. मेरी रुखसती का अंजाम तेरी फितरत बनी, मेरी रुखसती का अंजाम तेरी फितरत बनी, वरना हम दिल खोल कर जिंदगी भर साथ देने का आगाज लेकर आए थे. Next point is support to change or end a fractured relationship. वो शख्स भी बहुत मायने रखता है जनाब. वो शख्स भी बहुत मायने रखता है जो सोने से पहले दिल पर दस्तक करता है. Let us discuss some of the things you can do to improve your relationship. Ask your partner something new. Don't dwell onto the past. Try to rake into the future. Share something new within two people, and that make the relationship more exciting. Communication is the determining factor of success for every relationship. Please learn to communicate your feelings. Many a time, I hear even in the classroom situation, because sir, I feel that he or she understand what I want. How he and feel can understand unless you won't communicate? सामने वाले के कान तरसते हैं. सामने वाले के कान तरसते हैं तेरी दो बातें सुनने को. मोहब्बत का इल्तिजा तो किया करो जानम. प्यार चुपचाप हो जाता तो गालिब ना होता. मोहब्बत का इजहार कभी कभी तो किया करो जानम. प्लान एंड मीट आउट. मिलना चाहिए कभी कभी संबंधों को सुधारने के लिए, बात करने के लिए. Learn to express your appreciation for your partner, not exactly in the social relationship, within the organizational teamwork also. If somebody has done really very good, whether he is the part of your team or he is the part of cross-hierarchical or cross-functional team, please say a few good words about other people. People normally enjoy appreciation, People normally enjoy the recognition because they get the feeling what exactly the image you have in your mind. तेरा साथ हर पल मुझे अच्छा लगता है. तेरा साथ हर पल मुझे अच्छा लगता है. तू मुस्कुराता उधर है, दिल मेरा इधर धड़कता है. Plan your schedule in such a way so that people in relationship are accessible to each other. Never try to forget the small things. It is the small things in the relationship which carry a lot of meaning. क्या मीठा एहसास है, तू दूर दूर रहता है, मेरी परवाह करता है, फिर भी हर पल मेरे पास है. Let's learn to dump the past, because the more you rake the past, more issues and the problems you have. People I have observed, even as a mentor, as a clinical psychologist in the counseling at the various portals, people who have the habit to scratch the past quite often, they in the process lose the present and damage the future. Next point is very important. Learn the art and the science of expressing your affection. मोहब्बत में प्यार की इल्तिजा तो करो. मोहब्बत में प्यार की इल्तिजा तो करो. यूँ चुप चुप रहने से मोहब्बत कहाँ जमा होती है. We have already talked about the respect for the other person's boundaries. Learn to appreciate people in the presence of other people. And the reverse also is truly. Don't try to de-appreciate. Insult your partner in the presence of the people who are known to you. रात की स्याही ने कहा, आज सोने न दूंगी. रात की स्याही ने कहा, आज सोने न दूंगी. दिल अपना बेताब करके कोई और भी तो जाग रहा है. Never scold, shout on your partners. Be empathetic listeners and improve the degree and the quantum of your connectivity. मैं मुस्कुरा के दे देता जो मेरी ज़िंदगी मांग लेती. तुमने तो क्या साजिश की, मेरा गरूर छीन लिया. This amount of hiding the facts and the figures in relationship. The more you hide, more damaging you make your own relationship. And last but not least, remember to say that I love you, miss you, want to hug you. मोहब्बत की इल्तिजा ज़रूरी है, मोहब्बत की इल्तिजा ज़रूरी है, तरसते हैं कान किसी के तेरे तो अल्फाज सुनने को. And many more small things which keep the relationship warm. I said warm, not sizzling. गले लगाने की बात चल पड़ी, बस दो हाथ थे और एक थी हथकड़ी. And toward the end, gentlemen, I would like to request the 5/5 formula of maintaining and sustaining the relationship. And when I say 5/5 formula, I'm talking about those 10 factors. First 5 factors you have to activate, and the remaining 5 factors you have to deactivate if you want to ensure the sustainability and the effectiveness, the smoothness of relationship with your partner. First is, it is your ability to express your love and compassion. Second is your ability to activate your connectivity. Third is your ownership, वो हक जमाने की बात कि मेरा हक आप पे है और आपका हक मुझ पे है. Fourth is expression of love, quite often. And the fifth and the fourth part is to express your emotions. These emotions, भावनाएं बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण हैं संबंधों में. Now next 5 points which we must control and deactivate in our relationship and personality are, first and the foremost is to control your ego. This ego factor has responsibility to damage more relationship in the world, and the more people have died in these kind of relationship, including the First and the Second World War. Second is avoid conflict, control conflicts. अपनों से विवाद न कीजिए. Third is very important is the confrontation. Why confrontation? टकराव. Avoid confrontation as possible if you can. I've already talked about controlling of the emotions. Now emotions are very important, but psychologically speaking, many times these excessive emotions create problem. A very famous word I have been hearing for the last so many years, emotional atyachar. Many a time people try to blackmail you emotionally. Emotions should be there, but they have to be in a proper and measured quantity. Well, gentlemen, it was a small discussion on maintaining relationship within the company, within the organization, within husband and wife, couples, and the people who are in love. I must appreciate that all these points which I have discussed with you, I have learned from the classroom situations and in many clinical psychological assignments which I have been undertaking time and again worldwide, not only in India, abroad also. Not physical presence, but also on Skype or other media where we can discuss and solve the problem. It was nice to be with you, gentlemen, once again. Maybe we get together again to talk on the other subject. Until then, goodbye, good day.